Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the LCM Sports Show. A little rundown of what happens in this show. Basically, we get a guest, we sit them down, we talk about it, and extra other things may happen after segments. But the first couple of episodes are going to be sit-downs with guests just to whet your appetite for the very special last episode where we'll feature some talking elements and potentially some sports challenges. But more to come in this show. First of all, we have Tamyra Beeston, who is a very wonderful guest, very insightful knowledge, and she'll be providing insight into her project. So without further ado, let's get right into the show. Thank you. You know it. It's going to be wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LCM Sports Show. Way! Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very, very wonderful guest today on this first edition of the Sports Show. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome the wonderful, dazzling Tamyra Beeston. Tamyra, welcome. Thank you very much for coming on.
No problem. I'm glad to be here.
I appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get right into the show then, Tamyra. So, you have been doing your own projects, haven't you?
Yeah.
Please explain to us, for the fans that don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
So for my MP this year, I'm doing a documentary on autism, which is closely personal to me.
Same here.
As I have it, and I just want to raise awareness about it.
Yeah.
And because like a lot of people don't really know about autism because it's hidden disability, and it's just something that's personal. And,
same here. I have autism, and the fact that you're spreading awareness for it is absolutely outstanding. So, are you spreading awareness for females and males?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to compare, traits and such. So.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. So, because it means a lot to both of us. What inspired you to do this kind of project then?
I don't really know. I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
Last year I did football. Last year, and just want to do something personal.
Yeah, of course.
Explain my struggles and everyone else's struggles that they have. So.
Yeah. You wanted to spread awareness and help people. Yeah. That's brilliant, Tamyra. That actually sounds outstanding. Have you got anybody in that to talk on your show, or have you?
Only just myself.
Oh, brilliant.
Only myself.
Oh, fair play. What do you want to achieve out of the?
Probably to people to speak up, because a lot of people don't speak up about the disabilities.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame really, because people don't really know, like I said, about autism. And I just want people to, speak up and be proud,
Yeah, of course. How important is mental health to you in talking? Because that's been a thing that we've all been improving on recently. Because if you go back to the 1950s, it was quite frowned upon to feel down and in the dumps. Everyone had the attitude to, get on with it, go to the building site, get on with the day's graft. Your feelings don't matter. Whereas nowadays, a lot more people, it would seem anyway, are obviously interested in talking about their feelings and comfortable in sharing that. How important is it for you to talk about your mental health and people in general?
It really helps me, to let everything out instead of, bottling it up. So,
Of course. What impact does sports have on your mental health, whether it's watching, playing, what kind of impact does it have on your mental health?
Very good impact. It gets through the problems.
Yeah.
So,
That's brilliant. Kind of takes you away from day-to-day life. Oh, brilliant. So with your project then, how important is it for people to understand you? Because with autism, it's been very misunderstood. Yeah. How important is it to spread that awareness and, tell people that, look, I'm different, but that's fine because that's what makes me unique and great in my own way.
It's like people don't know, if you didn't know that, females get diagnosed late than boys. It's more common in boys than girls. Yeah. It's just people, like I said, it's really important to understand. You know, we're human beings, we're still people, but different. You know, so.
Yeah, of course, 100%, Tamyra. I totally agree. You know, as someone who has autism, it's important that people do understand that our needs. We're not doing things on purpose. We're not, you know, we don't choose to be the way we are, but also that we shouldn't be shunned upon. That, you know, the way we are is great, unique, and should be celebrated in a way, because for so many years people have seen it as a bad thing, and it shouldn't be. So I'm very, very delighted and happy that you're spreading awareness, and it means a lot to me, and I'm sure yourself, and I'm glad that you're spreading it. Now, on to this subject, with the disability football team, how good do you think that is for the college and things? Because I'm going to be interviewing a couple of people and hopefully having them feature on the show, whether it be later today or in another edition. So how important do you think it is to have a football team in general to play sports, and, you know, a disability team so we can include everybody?
It's very important, you know, include everyone. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, what gender, where you are. You know, it's a human being in the end, aren't you? So.
Yeah, 110%, 110%. You know, you've got to be inclusive, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, you know, I appreciate talking about your project. What's your project name called, your YouTube channel?
It's Toxic Beastie Girl Studio.
Oh, brilliant. Subscribe to that. Wonderful content on there. You have a lot of gaming videos on there as well, don't you? So this will be a very, very good project because I know that you, obviously, this sort of thing you sometimes you struggle with. Like how beneficial has the project been for your confidence, being on the camera and hearing your voice?
Yeah, like if I did that last year, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah. But this year, you know, confidence has grown, and you know, I can tell by myself that I could do it.
Yeah, 110%, and you can.
Yeah.
You know, you've grown so much as a person because, like you say, a year ago you'd have been too shy to do it, and you wouldn't have wanted to do it. Whereas now you're kicking ass. You know, you're on fire. So, you know, I'm very, very glad that, you know, you're able to do this project. Anyway, on to more depressing news now. Unfortunately, Lincoln City. Since it's a sports show, we might as well talk about them. What was your thoughts about them against Wigan?
I think okay performance.
Yeah.
But like I said, when we saw on camera, the referee, shocking.
The referee. I have a few choice words for the referee, but unfortunately this is a PG show, so I cannot go into them too much. However, for the adults amongst you, you may have an idea of what I'm on to say, but I do think the referee, a couple of his decisions were maybe inconvenient. They weren't up to scratch, and I think that the offside with Joe Taylor, absolutely correct decision. You know, it was offside for days. I've rewatched the footage I saw there. I thought offside, but how the one the keeper parried wasn't offside, because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he blown offside for? Was it Rico, Danny? One of them was, and then, or was he blown for the offside for the shooter? Because the keeper makes the save, and then he shoots and scores. Now, if I remember rightly, Jamie Vardy's goal wasn't offside because it came off Ashley Williams' head. So surely would that save cancel out? Maybe I'm absolutely wrong here. I do know a lot about football, I like to think I do, but when it comes to technicalities of the rule book, every rule I don't know. But as far as I can remember, that save kind of, you know, not cancels it out, but it didn't look like anyone was offside before the shot came in. The shooter wasn't offside. What explain to me, why do you think the referees got it wrong in that instance?
Like, I didn't really see it, but I saw a little bit. I thought, okay, is he offside or not? Yeah. I didn't think he was offside.
Me either.
It's just...
And what I do hate about the refereeing of this game is if someone is offside, I wish they would actually blow then as opposed to after the goal scores. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, And for instance, I'd also like to mention that the goal that was definitely the last goal that we scored, where Rico scores, doesn't he? And Joe Taylor keeps it in for the assist. That was because the ball bounces to the edge, he keeps it in, and it goes, and it's a goal, right? That was stayed in, didn't it? By all accounts, you know. So awful officiating, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think about it all?
Horrendous.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially when the ball went out of play, and then apparently wasn't went out of play or something, down my end. It's just, I thought it was out.
You thought it was out?
Yeah, the referee, didn't think it was out, so we can't argue with the referee. It's.
Was that why the goal was cancelled? Because it went out?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think it stayed in? Play? Yeah.
I think it stayed in. But
yeah.
You can both look at different angles, but
yeah. The referee's decision was we could have used VAR for that game, couldn't we? A lot of penalty shots.
I'm still very nervous.
Yeah,
I think everyone is.
I think we all are.
Yeah. So.
Shaking. Very important. What's your score prediction?
2-1 Lincoln.
Yeah, 2-1 Lincoln. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I think it's all wins necessary.
Yeah.
I will be unhappy if we get a draw or a loss with what's at stake. But if we don't get the playoffs, I'll be happy for the fact that the season didn't end in February this time or March or January or whatever. And two, we did something special, at least in terms of clawing the way up, because no one would have thought would have been in this position if they'd seen us under Kennedy, in transition, because we couldn't win a game for love no money, could we? When Scubardo first came in, and then something changed. Yeah. He got the players motivated. I'd like to ask you about who your favourite player of the season's been.
Oh God. Yeah. That's so tough. Probably Joe Taylor, I think.
I agree.
Yeah. All the goals, he had like 3 goals, I think. For the season.
He's been stunning, hasn't he?
And then now he's got like 16, 17 goals.
Oh, yes.
Incredible. He's been outstanding this season. Yeah. Especially, hopefully, if we do get playoffs and go up, hopefully we can afford him and get him.
I don't think we will. It all depends, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if we go up, Luton go down, blah, 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 or, they stay up, blah, it's... I hope so. I hope we can get Joe. He never fall in love with a lone player, but I can't help it with him, if I'm honest.
Can't help.
I hope he stays, but he won't, unfortunately. We can all dream, but he's been a brilliant player. I'd like to say Lass has been great. Moylan's been a lovely addition as well. But you have to say Joe Taylor, top notch. Arahan was very good in the Wigan game, I must admit, as well, for me. But yeah, Joe Taylor's been a wonderful player for us. Tamyra, who has been your favourite manager over the years?
A couple. I can't remember his name before Cowley's, because I went a few before the Cowleys went. But I didn't really know anyone, to be honest.
You like Chris Moyes?
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't really know the names because I was new, so before Cowley's. So yeah, I think him.
You like the Cowleys?
And Cowley's as well.
You like the Cowleys and Chris Moyes? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because I remember that Christmas, 2016, we was quite high up the table, and then because of injuries, we went to mid-table, didn't we? So he was there for them games. Fair play, proper supporter.
I go week in, week out.
Week in, week out, 100%. A question. It's very important in football at the moment. Do you think that Everton should be relegated or not? Because they managed to escape it when Leicester came down. Yeah. Very miraculously. But now they're playing badly again, and they're in the danger zone, and they have a very important game against Forest. So what do you think should happen with Everton? Are they going down or up?
especially with the points to getting deducted.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think they'll stay up.
You think they'll stay up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, Forest.
Yeah, my granddad's not going to be happy with that one.
I know someone who's a Forest fan.
Oh yes, do you?
Yes. I think you should know. I think you know as well.
I know who you mean.
Yep.
Sorry there. You know who you are. Last couple of questions then for you, Tamyra. What are you going to be explaining? Have you got any facts about autism for people so that they understand?
So basically, I've done like a Microsoft film.
Yeah.
So I've sent it to people that I know, like who knows what autism is and is aware of it.
Yeah.
And I've got that data.
Yeah.
So I think it was like 63%. So this is for educational support.
Yeah.
That I've put on one of the questions.
Yeah.
And 63% of people think that they don't get enough support.
Yeah.
And only 7% say they do. So that's a massively variety of numbers that you could, explain in a documentary about autism.
Yeah, it's very big, the fact that a lot of people that don't get support, most people don't get support according to their numbers, so it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you often at school feel that you didn't have the support?
In mainstream, like I said, I was diagnosed really late, so when doing my GCSEs, that's when I got the proper support.
Yeah, that's good.
And it was too late, especially when when they didn't know the signs in me, especially from when in primary school they thought I was just shy and all that stuff. Yeah. But actually, when I got to year 6, this teacher said, to my parents that, she might have autism. Yeah. Try and get a diagnosis. So it went from there. So
it's a shame that a lot of people get their diagnosis late, isn't there? Because I know that, when I was going through it, they were very heavy on, oh no, he's fine, there's a lot of funding that they'd have to do, isn't there?
Fighting.
There's a lot of fighting that you have to do to get into special educational needs schools or even just to get the support in mainstream, so it's disgraceful, really, isn't it? I'm very, very glad that you are getting the support now. And to wrap this up, if there's one message you'd like to leave for the podcast, anything at all, what would it be?
What, for my documentary?
Or? For your documentary, it can be about anything.
Like I said, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't let everyone judge you on who you are. Yeah. Because if you do, then bottle it up, and so it's a message.
Yeah, 100%. Well, thank you very much, Tamyra, for appearing on the LCM Sports Show. You're the first inaugural guest, first segment. It's appreciated. I think you've done very, very well. I think it's been a very good discussion, and I wish you the absolute best of luck with your project.
Thank you.
I think it's very, very good, outstanding, and I really, wish you the best of luck with it, and hope that you can spread the awareness so that people can learn, people can know that they're not alone, and overall, I think you've smashed it. So well done.
Thank you. Been a pleasure.
What's your project name? What's the video going to be called?
It's going to be called My Life with Autism.
And it's on the Toxic Beastie Girl Studio YouTube channel, which will be linked when this video comes out. And yes, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Good luck.